In this video, we're going to talk about how to rationalize the surds. Now over here, we got fractions that involve surds, so it might look kinda a little bit difficult, but I will try to make it, try to explain it so that it doesn't seem very complicated. Okay, so the questions that we're going to tackle is are actually going to look something like this thing, 4 by root 6, or this kind of complicated looking thingy, or this thing, but we can actually change these things into over here. So if you check this, in the denominator we got 3 minus root 5 and we got 3 plus root 2. But since if we can successfully, if we know how to change it, we can successfully change these into over here, which is, I represent this as D, which is now a rational number. These are not rationals, but this is a rational. Okay? Alright, so let's begin, shall we? How are we going to do that? I will explain now. Okay, for the question number 1, we got 4 by root 6. Okay, so how are we going to change this thing, change the denominator into rational? It's quite easy, actually. What we do is we just, I usually rewrite the question, old habit. So what we do is, to change a square root into like completely rationalize it, what you need is to multiply by itself, right? Multiply with another root. So I will write a note kind of thing over here to show you some kind of examples that if we have like something like square root of 2 multiply square root of 2, we will have 2. So and to say some things, to say it very easily, we can say that the root and root got cancelled out. All right. And the next thing is we got, let's say, square root of x multiply square root of x. That can be rewritten as x. So over here, to rationalize it, make it meaning to remove the surds, we are going to multiply root 6 with root 6. And since we multiply root 6 in the denominator, we will also multiply root 6 in the numerator. So that will be root 6 as well. So now, we got 4 times root 6. It's basically like 4 multiply x. Okay, 4 multiply x is 4x, so 4 times root 6 is 4 root 6. And therefore, over here, root 6 times root 6 will be equal to 6. But it is not done here yet because in between 4 and root 6, we got a multiplication in the middle. So we got 4 and 6, that can be simplified as 2 root 6 by 3. That's how you do it. Okay? Now, for question number 2, we got something like 2 plus root 5 divided by 3 minus root 5. How are we going to change it? It's actually quite simple, which is we're just going to multiply with another thing. Now, in this case, please make sure that, please check, over here it says 3 minus root 5. So if you want to completely remove the surd, multiply the denominator with 3 plus root 5. And since we multiply the denominator with this one, numerator will be applied with the same thing. So 3 plus root 5. So how are we going to do this? Over here, I will just draw this. This is basically, now we can like multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. Straightforward, okay? So we got like 2 and 3 will be multiplied, and then 2 and root 5 will be multiplied. Okay, so we will do that first. Over here we got 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. I will remove this thing. 6, and then we got 2 times root 5, which is equal to plus 2 root 5. And over here, after that step, we got root 5 multiplied with 3, so it's plus 3 root 5. And the last one is root 5 multiplied root 5 will be equal to 5. Now we have done the numerator part, so time for the denominator part. Let's see if we can rationalize it. So over here we got 3 times 3, 9. 3 times root 5 is equal to 3 root 5. Over here, negative root 5 times 3 will be equal to negative 3 root 5. And negative root 5 multiplied root 5 will be equal to negative 5. So here you can clearly see that 3 root 5 and minus 3 root 5. So these two will be cancelled, leaving the denominator with 9 minus 5. Okay, so the final answer can be written here. 6 plus 5 will be equal to 11. And 2 root 5 plus 3 root 5 is the same as 2x plus 3x equal 5x. So in this case, it will be 5 root 5. So I will just write plus 5 root 5. And now the denominator is only left with 9 minus 5, which is equal to 4. And that's how you solve it. Okay, that's how you solve it. Now, time for another question. I had like 3 questions. So next thing will be a little bit easier than number 2, but hey, doesn't matter, right? So question number 3 goes like 1 minus 3 plus root 2, like that. Okay, so how are we going to change the denominator into rational numbers? Okay, quite easy. Just follow the previous rule. Okay, we got 3 plus root 2 in the denominator, so multiply the denominator with 3 minus root 2. And since in the denominator is 3 minus root 2, the numerator is also 3 minus root 2. Now, let's see if this will work. So for the numerator and numerator, we got 1 times 3 minus root 2 is nothing special, just 3 minus root 2, nothing else to solve. And now for the denominator part, we got 3 times 3, so that will be 9. And 3 times minus root 2 will be equal to negative 3 root 2. I'll just make this a little bit longer. And then we got 3 times root 2, which is equal to plus 3 root 2. And the last one is we got root 2 times negative root 2. So the sign will be minus, and root 2 times root 2 will be equal to 2. Now over here in the denominator, here we got negative 3 root 2 and positive 3 root 2. So these two will be cancelled. So numerator, I cannot do anything, so just rewrite 3 minus root 2, and in the denominator we got 9 minus 2, which is equal to 7. And now that is done. So like as I was saying from the previous page over here, please check. Now we have to check if we have met the answer. Okay. So I said in the beginning that we were going to change these into something like this. So we got the answers over here. There you go. It's the same form. Okay. And now for question number 3, it's also the same form. We have successfully rationalized the denominators that involves surds.